Hello and welcome to our English news edition coming to you from Canal. First, the top stories of the news. The President of the Republic receives the retired Russian colonel and former expert specializing in clearing mines, Andrei Pavlenko, highly contributing in this field after Algeria's independence. The President of the Republic also receives the Foreign Affairs Minister of Azerbaijan and cooperation at the heart of the meeting. And the President of the Republic keeps receiving congratulation messages from presidents of brotherly countries on the occasion of the November Revolution. Hello and welcome back to our news, and thanks for joining us. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received on Tuesday the retired Russian colonel and former expert specialized in clearing mines, Andrei Pavlenko, who played a key role after Algeria's independence.
استضافة سوف أتذكر كل حياتي يعني كل شيء سوف يبقى في قلبي.
احنا فخورين باستقبالك.
Это большой честь для нас встречать вас.
لأن العمل اللي قمتوا به
потому что вашу работу
يعني كان سبب إنقاذ
это спасло сотни души алжирцев.
باستقبالك أتذكر كذلك الزملاء.
Я через вас вспоминаю о ваших друзей, которые вот потеряли жизнь
من أجل الجزائر
за Алжир
من أجل إزالة
и для разминирования вот все территории,
التي زرعها الاستعمار,
которые вот канализаторы они распространили на юге Алжира. Большое спасибо вам.
In 2023, he was honored by the President of the Republic, who awarded him a Medal of National Merit. He was also honored by the Army General Said Chingraham, Minister Delegate to the National Defense Minister in 2024 for training Algerian officers and team. The audience was attended by the Army General PNA Chief of Staff, in addition to the President's Principal Private Secretary, Boualem. And following the audience, Andrei Pavlenko had this to say to newsmen.
I wish you a happy November commemoration, a month during which your country regained its independence, thanks to the blood of martyrs present in every family. I wish health and prosperity to all Algerian families. The new generation will preserve Algeria just like the previous one did. Homage to the Algerian-Russian friendship.
Still with presidential activities, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received on Tuesday the Foreign Affairs Minister of Azerbaijan, Yahoun Baramov, and the delegation accompanying him. The audience took part in the presence of the Principal Private Secretary of the Presidency, Boualem, the Foreign Affairs Minister, Ahmed Attaf, and the President's advisor in charge of diplomatic affairs, Ammar Abba. And following the audience, the Foreign Affairs Minister of Azerbaijan made the following statement.
Thinking about the bilateral cooperation, we believe that also the potential in other areas, including humanitarian, cultural affairs, are very promising and very prosperous. At the same time, we're also happy with interparliamentary cooperation between Azerbaijan and Algeria, and we are happy with the establishment of joint friendship groups in parliaments, both in Algeria and Azerbaijan, and 4 years chairmanship of Azerbaijan in non-aligned movement, and very active participation of Algeria during COP29 presidency of Azerbaijan. So these and number of other important elements including regional security situation, were among the topics of discussion during these negotiations. And again, using this opportunity, I would like to congratulate all our brothers and sisters in Algeria and also the government of Algeria with the recent very important day in the political calendar of Algeria, which is 71st anniversary of Revolutionary Day. And I sincerely would like to congratulate and also to thank all our hosts in Algeria for the excellent organization and hospitality extended to me and to my colleagues. Thank you.
The Azerbaijani foreign minister was also received by his Algerian counterpart Ahmed Attaf. The two sides held a face-to-face meeting that was enlarged later on to include the two delegations members. They discussed the exceptional dynamic relations between the two countries thanks to the importance attached by the heads of states. The two diplomats discussed several issues pertaining to the latest developments in Palestine. They signed bilateral agreements relating to the creation of a cooperation joint commission. On the occasion of the 71st anniversary of November Revolution, the President of the Republic received a congratulation message from his Tunisian counterpart, Kais Saied, expressing his pride to partake with the Algerian people this historic moment and the common will to foster cooperation, justice and unity between the two brotherly countries. Another message was received as well from the chairman of Sudan's Transitional Sovereignty Council, wishing Algeria more success and prosperity, health and well-being for the president, while recalling the distinguished relations between the two countries. President Tebboune received as well a congratulatory message from the President of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, who highlighted the deep relations existing between the two countries and the efforts being made to promote bilateral cooperation to the benefit of the two peoples. The President of the Republic received a similar message from the President of Senegal, Bassirou Diomaye Faye, who extended his best wishes to the President as well as to the Algerian people on this historic occasion. The President of the Republic received equally a message from the Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić, who extended his best wishes to the Algerian people, expressing the will for upgrading bilateral cooperation between the two countries. And the Czech President, Petr Pavel, extended as well his best wishes for the President of the Republic on this occasion, highlighting, by the way, the excellent relations binding the two countries. The President of the Republic received as well a message of congratulation from his Italian counterpart Sergio Mattarella, who conveyed his best wishes for the Algerian people, recalling the last visit paid to Italy by the President of the Republic to this country, which gave a fresh impetus to these relations, perfectly illustrated by the outcomes of the 5th Intergovernmental Summit. And the President of the Republic received finally a congratulation message from the Vatican Pope Leon XIV, wishing the Algerian people all the best on this major historic event. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, reiterated Algeria's commitment to continue serving as an effective and responsible partner in international efforts aimed at achieving sustainable development and fostering a fair and united world. This was included in a speech delivered on his behalf by the Speaker of the Council of the Nation, Aziz Nasri, attending the 2nd World Summit for Social Development held in Doha, Qatar. To another activity, Prime Minister Saifi Gharieb chaired a government meeting devoted to the follow-up of implementing the agreement concluded by the economic operators during the IATF held here in Algiers. The Premier followed detailed presentations on the nature of these deals, highlighting, by the way, the state's will to back the economic initiatives likely to boost the national economy within an African environment. The Hydrocarbons and Mines Minister Mohamed Arqab held talks with his Congolese counterpart, with whom he reviewed ways and means of promoting bilateral cooperation in the energy sector. Arqab met as well the Hydrocarbons Minister of the Republic of Congo and tackled cooperation prospects between the two countries. Algeria's growing influence in African fiscal cooperation was once again highlighted at the 88th meetings in Algiers. The country joined the forum in 2024, embracing an ambitious program for continental tax governance. Bismafar with more details.
More than 300 participants from 44 African countries took part in the annual meetings of the African Tax Administration Forum, ATAF, held here in Algiers. The focus was on the digital transformation of tax systems, the fight against illicit financial flows, and sustainable ways to finance growth in Africa.
I consider that this forum, created 15 years ago, has played a key role in uniting our efforts. It helps African tax administrations achieve their objectives and promote balanced development based on social justice.
Accueillir ce grand rendez-vous.
On this great continental meeting, it is no coincidence that Algeria plays a leading role. This reflects our country's active commitment and leadership in fiscal cooperation across Africa. By becoming the 43rd member of ATAF in 2024, Algeria has joined an ambitious vision focused on strategic and concrete objectives for our fiscal administration.
Stratégique et concret pour notre administration fiscale.
We are here as African countries to work together to build capacity, to ensure the harmonization and alignment of the policies which we administer, and to be more effective.
During this meeting, we'll be signing cooperation agreements with Finland, who is one of our funders, and the government of Norway, which is also another funder.
Organized for the first time in Algeria, the ATAF meetings brought together experts and representatives of African and international institutions, including banks and fiscal organizations. The event underlined a common determination to build fair and efficient tax systems across the continent.
We are expecting to have more of the ways on collecting the taxes through digital ways.
The main challenges which are in most of the tax administration systems are the gaps that we are having different tax systems whereby we tax, so we don't have that harmonized system.
This continental meeting reaffirmed Africa's commitment to stronger fiscal coordination and a shared ambition to make Africa's voice heard in global discussions on tax justice and development financing.
You're still watching Canal Algérie. Still to come in our news. The Sahara people more determined more than ever before to continue struggling for self-determination despite Morocco's multiple maneuvers to maintain its occupation of the Sahara territories. Welcome back to our news. While Morocco continues to promote its autonomy plan, the Sahara people reaffirms its firm position and determination to regain its right to self-determination and sovereignty of its territory, as many Saharis rampant the streets of many cities across the world. Details with Melissa Kabash.
The last colony in Africa isn't willing to calm down, showing no signs of weakness but determination and perseverance only in its fight to regain its legitimate right to self-determination and sovereignty over its territory, illegally proclaimed by the occupier.
Sahrawi people in several cities across the world reaffirms loud and clear being the only responsible of its destiny and land.
We gave our lives for our freedom. We will remain faithful to our demands, independence for Western Sahara.
The international community is well aware of the violations and illegal occupation of this land. In accordance to UN resolutions, this is a decolonization matter that will hopefully end in favor of the Sahrawi people.
We demand a transparent referendum. It is the only means to establish a long-lasting peace and sovereignty over the territory. The Sahrawi people reject the term of autonomy plan as it is considered a maneuver to deteriorate the attention from the real objective.
The Sahrawi people is voicing its firm decision to regain its rights for self-determination and independence and full sovereignty over its territory.
في تقرير المصير والاستقلال واستعادة السيادة على كامل ربوع الجمهورية العربية الصحراوية الديمقراطية.
For decades, the Sahrawi people voiced their refusal for this occupation, demanding an immediate end of it and their right to self-determination over their territory. Their commitment managed to win the international community's voice, now flooding the streets in support of this just cause, because freedom isn't a gift, but a right to snatch.
Still with the same file, despite Rabat's triumphant tone with the UN Security Council's latest resolution on Western Sahara stops short of recognizing Moroccan sovereignty, instead reaffirming support for MINURSO and the Sahrawi people's right to self-determination. Melissa Lila Balaman reports.
Moroccan officials and media hailed the UN Security Council's latest resolution on Western Sahara as a major diplomatic breakthrough. But the text adopted on October 31st tells another story. Nowhere does it acknowledge Moroccan sovereignty over the Sahrawi territory. Instead, it reaffirms the need for a mutually acceptable political solution in line with the UN Charter and the Sahrawi people's right to self-determination.
MINURSO, which Morocco sought to dismantle or radically reshape against its mandate, has instead seen that very mandate extended for another year.
The one-year renewal of MINURSO's mandate sends a clear message. The Security Council continues to back the UN mission overseeing the ceasefire and preparing the long-delayed referendum. Rabat's bid to dismantle the mission was dismissed. Morocco's autonomy plan, often presented as the only viable option, is cited only conditionally, alongside other proposals. The text grants it no exclusivity and no international legitimacy.
قرار واضح جدا يعني رحب بكل الأفكار.
This is a very clear decision. It welcomes all ideas from the parties concerned and differs from the official U.S. stance. President Donald Trump and the United States encourage serious constructive talks toward a fair comprehensive deal for all. That is their explicit position. When we refer to the two parties, we mean the Polisario Front, but as stated in the resolution, Algeria and Mauritania are also involved. Still, the main party directly concerned remains the Polisario Front. In total, 4 parties are part of this process. The terms and details must be defined through dialogue. We hope those talks will lead to a fair, balanced agreement, and we urge all sides to keep engaging constructively.
وشكل والتفاصيل هذا الموضوع يعني إن شاء الله سوف يتم التفاهم عليه.
Several delegations, including Denmark's, echoed that view.
Our vote in favor of today's resolution does not constitute a recognition of Moroccan sovereignty over Western Sahara, as any solution should be agreed among the parties in accordance with the UN Charter and principles, including the right to self-determination.
Resolution 2797, adopted on October 31st, marks neither a shift nor recognition, but a reaffirmation of the UN framework for resolving the conflict.
As Morocco's social crisis deepens, poverty and neglect are pushing a growing number of young people toward cannabis cultivation and drug trafficking, fueling addiction, violence, and the collapse of entire communities. Melissa Lila Balaman expounds.
In Morocco, the social crisis is worsening. Poverty, unemployment, and exclusion now define the landscape. With little hope for the future, many young people, caught between survival and the lure of quick cash, are turning to cannabis cultivation and drug trafficking.
I'm 83 years old. I've been growing cannabis for decades. It started in the north. Now it's everywhere.
دابا الصدق تاعنا توزن تطوان القصر العرايش وزن واحد البلاد مهمشه ومهمشه لاقصى درجه.
Our area is completely abandoned. No infrastructure, no clinics, no schools. Even our most basic rights to a decent life are denied.
Morocco now ranks among the world's top cannabis producers. In 2021, the country even legalized cultivation for medical and industrial use. But on the ground, the toll is heavy. A generation left adrift, drawn into trafficking and addiction.
My children got hooked on drugs. It happened fast. I spent nights searching for them. It's heartbreaking.
In Morocco's poorest districts, the flood of drugs deepens families' despair. Poverty feeds the cycle. Violence follows. And the stability of society itself is at stake.
From North Africa to the Palestinian territories in Gaza, the Abu Hanna Safadi family embodies the ordeal of an entire people. Amid ruins and silence, they cling to their land and their hope for life as the wound of war continues to shape their struggle. Bisma for once again.
In one powerful image, the daily life of Gaza's families unfolds. The Abu Hanna Safadi family stands as a symbol of an entire people suffering. They return to what was left of their home. Empty rooms, heavy silence shattered the walls. With no roof above them, they search for a tent or even a blanket to face the cold. But there is nothing left, only ruins and life itself at risk.
The stairs are gone, the light has vanished, silence covers everything, even grief has changed. It smells of dust and loss.
Silence has replaced the sound of explosions, the streets are reduced to rubble. Yet, amid destruction, life tries to find its rhythm again. For Gaza's families, as long as there is life, there is hope, fragile but real. Like many others, they chose to stay, to live among the ruins, waiting for better days. What matters most is to remain on their land, a land no one can take away.
We live like the displaced. I try to stay strong, but fear never leaves me. Every night I stay awake to protect my children. I'm afraid someone might come, anything could happen.
In this half-destroyed building, at the center of Gaza, dozens of families continue to live without water or electricity, not even the most basic facilities.
This is our life now. We have almost nothing left. Half of the children sleep outside, the other inside, among what's left of our belongings.
Forged by decades of suffering, Gaza's resilience endures. Their bond with the land defies time and ruins. After surviving the way, they rise again, stronger and still determined to live.
Not the end of it. Keep tuning to our channel. Take care and bye-bye for now.